Happy Lunar Eclipse Day. I am Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, March 25th. Today there is a full moon, which happens to be a lunar eclipse, meaning that the Earth is passing, or technically the moon is passing on the far side of the Earth from the sun. So that gives us a full moon, but also the Earth is blocking the reflected light from the sun to the moon, right? So the full moon brings some illumination as we reach this part of the cycle where something is being revealed. And because it's an eclipse, we also have an alignment that brings in the possibility of shift. So with today's lunar eclipse, we also have the moon in Libra. The moon is in Libra all day. The lunar eclipse is in the wee hours. It's actually midnight Pacific time, wee hours for the United States time zones. So East Coast, it will be 3 a.m. And I believe that the eclipse is actually visible in most of the United States. I'm not totally up on where you can see it, but it is definitely at night. So we have the full moon, of course, in the visible or the part of the sky where we can see it, which is above the horizon at night. And that is so when the exact full moon is in the middle of the night, the eclipse will also be technically visible because we can see the moon. So the Libra, the zodiac sign of Libra is where this eclipse falls. And the zodiac sign of Libra brings the qualities of balance and partnership, thinking about peacemaking, listening to other perspectives to seek common ground, compromising our own perspectives to work together with others. And that is the theme of Libra. It's working on partnerships, relationships, ways that we get along together with others, ways that we think about balance. Libra is the symbol or the image of the scales of justice, right? So it's about balance. It is about also how we agree to balance things out in a society or in any kind of partnership, right? So where we make those agreements, those compromises, those places where we're willing to compromise or accommodate the greater good, those are ways that we find our a bigger sense of balance, right? So in other words, it is about the common good or the greater good that is more than the ego, right? It's more than the individual. It is about the bigger perspective. So this Libra lunar eclipse is a full moon, and it is revealing something. So as we've been working through this moon cycle that began with the Pisces new moon, we are working on themes of spirit, spirituality, hearts, truth, bigger picture of meaning. And so yesterday I dove deep into the meaning of this lunar eclipse. I highly recommend that you watch yesterday's video. It was my video for March 24th if you missed it. And so today is the actual day of the lunar eclipse. Of course, midnight Pacific time is just right on that on that edge between March 24th and March 25th. So I'm not sure. It's kind of it's at night, right? So it's in that transition place from one day to the next. It is also bringing us this culmination of the moon cycle that began with the Pisces new moon. So the culmination, the revealing, the illumination, the reflection of something that was put in motion around the new moon that was in Pisces. So a couple weeks ago, we had a new moon and it was in Pisces. And what we've been moving forward in terms of our lives, the themes that have been coming up, things we've been thinking about, things we've been working on, something is being illuminated that helps us see more deeply into that bigger pattern or picture of what it is we're working on. And because it's in Libra, we have the energy of partnerships, of relationships, and how those themes are unfolding in the context of our relationships, our ways of working together with others, our ways of seeing the bigger picture, finding balance, seeking common ground, greater good, all of those things. And what does balance look like? Right? Thinking about yourself and what balance means for you in terms of how you participate in the greater good. So, are you speaking your truth where you need to, right? Are you bringing your own voice to the table? Because real balance means not silencing your own voice, your own truth. So, making a seat at the table for your perspective, maybe you need to step up and speak up and speak your truth and find the words and find the voice to say what you need to say. Balance might mean taking a step back, doing a little bit more listening, right? Maybe if you're a person who tends to take up space, maybe balance means taking a step back and listening to other voices, other truths, other perspectives, right? So, and it might be one way in one area of your life and another way in another area of your life. So it's just that this full moon is illuminating something that is helping us see how, through working with others and thinking about the common good, the greater good, common ground, how we can be stepping into a bigger picture of meaning, of how we connect with spirit, how we bring wisdom into our daily lives, and how that spirituality and wisdom and heart's truth is unfolding for us as individuals. So there's some food for thought for today's lunar eclipse. Of course, if you are watching this during the day on Monday, technically the lunar eclipse already happened, right? And so we're on the other side, but we're still very much in this energy. And so the vibe of the eclipse and these possibilities for shift that shared in depth about in yesterday's video can be happening yesterday. They could be happening today. They could be something that has ripples into weeks or even months into the future, even years, right? Depending on if this is a significant time for you or if it's activating your own chart in a particular way. So the thing about eclipses is that they have this potency to them, and that potency can ripple throughout time. It might be something that impacts us far into the future, maybe more so than your average full moon. But of course, it also depends on how it's activating your own personal chart. So pay attention to what is showing up for you. Pay attention to what balance really looks like, what it really means, what you're learning about how to bring about greater balance, how to speak up from your own voice and your own perspective more, and or how to step back and listen more, and or how to notice that there are other ways of seeing things, right? Recognizing the importance of and the value of these different perspectives and how they contribute to the whole and our greater good, which takes us back to this deeper feeling of transcendence and interconnectedness that that is the quality of this moon cycle, focusing on those bigger spiritual pictures and what brings value and meaning into our lives. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I have this awesome YouTube channel where we I do a video every day to help you make the most of the moon sign, the what the planets are up to, what they're doing, what I see, or just off the cuff happen to be thinking about or talking about that day that is related to what the planets are bringing us. So it can support you in your own self-care, in how you think about yourself, how you think about the world around you, and that sense of empowerment that we get from trusting the process and how the cycle is unfolding in ways that very much parallel our own unfolding process. So really validating to get this information. And so all of that is to say, thank you very much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Hopefully these videos are helpful and supportive, and thank you for sharing. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you want to hear more about, because I'm definitely open to your feedback, right? Thinking about different perspectives. And thank you again for being here, and I'll see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Happy lunar eclipse, and bye for now.